Thank you very much. It seems that everything is ready to start the next presentation. Next presenter, Mr. Shoji, founded the RLearning 2002 and then made his business dedicated to Ruby related business in 2007, Ruby on Rails. And then he started the Meguro meeting to support Ruby technology backside. And then he just worked together with Ruby engineers to create Ruby-based business models. And the Ruby conference, Ruby World Conference, he came to this conference 6 times over in the past, and this is his first time to stand on the stage to make a presentation. Ruby-based business model to grow together with the customers. ITお助けteam, that is the title of his presentation. Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm Shoji, RLearning. Thank you very much, first of all, to just forgive me this 15 minutes make some discussion. First, I would like to introduce my company, RLearning. And many of you are Ruby users, so if you see the company name RLearning, R stands for Ruby, right? Yes, you're right. And then corporate color, and if you just take a look at the website of my company, you can see this company logo. Just people may say this is red, but this is a Ruby color. So our business is dedicated to use of Ruby. That is the point I want to say. And then now we are in the 50th fiscal year of business, and we have 50 people. And then excluding the back office, the 2 back office employees, all the other people working at RLearning is engineers. So Ruby plus infrastructure or IT infra, the planning and development and other things for IT systems. And then, yes, we have been more than 15 years in doing this business. And in a couple of business, we are now shifting a little bit our business models to new ones. So, but details may be available. Details will be available through this link. And my name is Shoji. And then I would like to introduce myself. I used to be an engineer. Actually, I've never written Ruby myself. Yes, I have seen Ruby code. But as the moderator said, that perhaps you don't know me if you are an engineer, but you may recognize my face, because this is my 7th time to come to Ruby World Conference. One time I couldn't come, but at the time one of my staff came, so that means we have attended all Ruby conferences in the past and now. And actually, I sometimes visit the Izumo Shrine. Oftentimes I'm away from the conference hall. I spend some time at, for example, Izumo Shrine and others, and then at night, yes, I have a very good time with other participants. And my people oftentimes say to me that this is not a job to come to this one, but yeah, this is my first time to make a presentation, so that means this is on a job. So the Ruby-based business model to grow together with the customers, and then introduction of IT o助けteam. O助けmeans help or rescue in Japanese, and this is the agenda I would like to cover. And then so the history we have been just following, and also I would like to share some example with you. And then yes, I used to be an engineer, and then we have a group of engineers working in a company. So what is the happiness of engineers? A lot of engineers are working in the world, but I would like to focus on to our company. focused on a company. Actually, he should have been standing standing here, not me. He is a CTO and the CIO of this company. And what is the engineer or the role of engineers? He said something like this. First one, perhaps oftentimes he feels lonely, and he said that to be a good engineer or he want to be an engineer who can have a close relationship with customers, so that the customers can trust him or trust them. And then perhaps if we can jointly work together from scratch, then that would be a best way to construct the trust or relationship. And then the engineers don't want to just do simple things or just easy things. And then also, it is hard to just keep standing at the leading edge, but still many engineers want to make a smug face or show off their pride. And I don't know whether this can be or should be called as a laziness or not, but as Mr. Matsumoto said before, the best thing, the leading edge technology is not always the best thing. Sometimes you need to just use the technology most familiar and favorable to you. And if we can realize this kind of situation, perhaps I can make all employees happy inside of the company at least. And then how about the customers? And then I would like to show some number, 1.27%. What do you think this is? This is the rate, percentage of IT engineers working in Japan against a total productive population or labor population. So this may not be an accurate number because it may depend on how to define the IT engineers. But anyway, the percentage is quite small. And then many companies still have no engineers and no information systems. Actually, oftentimes we work together with the other IT companies. That means we are always surrounded by IT engineers. But there are still many companies doing their business without any engineer. For example, the small companies with a count head of 30 or so. Actually, I have a lot of opportunity to drink with the president of this kind of small companies, and I just ask some questions to them. And oftentimes they say that Excel or smartphones, oftentimes they use this kind of quite primitive tools in doing the business, and the manual work is also a lot. And the commercially available software can be used, but still they have to do a lot of analog processing work. And then sometimes you can find Excel specialist, and then this may be true in a company, and that may be true to a company. Once you find, oh, this person is quite good at using Excel, and then try to just put a lot of Excel works on that. But if that person decides to leave the company, then what happened? And the many just the management or president of the company of companies think that yes, they have to just improve the situation, but they don't know what to do. And then they oftentimes just I'm approached by many of these presidents, and then I would think, okay, this is an opportunity of a new order. And then I would think about the strengths and a good advantage of the company. What is a good point of a company? We like Ruby. We love Ruby, particularly the engineers working at the company love Ruby. The Ruby use, that is 10 years. And then the company history, that is 15 years. That means during the 2/3 of the company history, we have been using Ruby. For example, this is a silver. We are certified as Ruby Association as a silver, system integrator silver. And then, of course, there is a higher level gold. But anyway, in the category of silver, our company is just the first or on the list of the companies. And then the company has a word learning. And that means we have a programming school and then educational know-how as well. And then IT or the team, what does this mean? the managers of many companies have a lot of troubles, and we would like to shoot these troubles as well as to make our engineers happy. And then go back to this Suzuki-san, Mr. Suzuki, CTO and the CIO of a company. The first one, yes, we want to have a very close relationship with the customer so that they can trust us. And then if they have some trouble, particularly IT troubles, then why don't you come to us, and we can aim at the same goal or common goal. And we don't want to make easy work or simple work. And then actually at the baseline, the customer's IT skill is not so high, so that means sometimes we have trouble having a good communications on the simple work orders may come. But by just developing or training our customers in terms of the IT skill, perhaps we will be able to just receive orders of high tech or a high technology level as well, and there are a lot of things that we can do using Ruby technologies. And why Ruby? Perhaps no need to say here in this conference, but easy to install, and the Japanese information, and then quite stable and quite agile. And then, yes, as people may see, and Excel BVA, that may be good enough. Yes, we use Excel and BVA, but we love Ruby, so we have a very good track record of business using Ruby. And I would like to just share one single case taken out of many successful cases. The management consulting company with no IT back office, no engineers working, and then actually information excels of information about 3,000 employees come to the company, actually from 85 companies every month. And then that is too much. And then next year, perhaps they have to take care of 20 more companies. So that means at the beginning of the fiscal months, at the beginning of the months, perhaps the workload would be beyond much higher than their capacity. So what we did is just to create tools using Excel and Ruby, and then just all the works will be just handled by this excellent Ruby tool, and what they have to do is just push the button at the end. And then we could receive a lot of appreciation from the managers, but that is what other people can do. And then the next point is quite important and unique to us. That means installation of Ruby, the development of environment. We just started this kind of activities from start with customers, people. A kind of a customization of a script, a simple one, and that is just transferred to them. Then what happened? The person, a lady in a general affairs division, just to improve IT skills more and more, and just simply customize it can be done by her. And then if she feels some trouble, then she will contact us immediately, and then just a simple modification can be done at this customer. And then this person is female or a woman, and she is now making quite a smug face and just show off her pride of using this kind of technology. So this is one example we can do. We want to grow together with the customers in terms of the Ruby technology skills. So team, this is a team. Project managers, and then sales, SE, and then engineers. And we call this a full stack team, or full stack engineers maybe oftentimes used, but in our case, a full stack team. And actually, about 10 out of 50 employees are members of IT team, and we are now working on just making all these people to be members of IT team. And their mission. There are non-engineers in the world, and how to just train, educate them with the IT. And then if we can do that, that is a kind of a bigger contribution to the development of human beings, and then accelerate the evolution in the world. And that may be too big, you may say, but I would like to make competitors panicked. Actually, we are now seeing a lot more customers beyond our capacity, and if you want to join this team, then please contact me. And that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Here, the Ruby World Conference, this is our 7th time. And Yakumo, the soba noodle shop, you went there 10 times already. Perhaps you love soba than Ruby, probably. And I'm a specialist of sake and soba as well. So why don't you just come to me if you want to find a good, best shop of soba and sake. But anyway, thank you very much. Please give big hand to Mr. Shoji.